Hey everybody, the Long Shot Signatures here. I have 5 TTMs to share with you guys. I have to redo this video because half of the shot was blocked out by the box that is propping up my phone to hold it in place. So hopefully this time you guys will be able to see everything. But first one here is a 2 of 2 return from NASCAR Hall of Famer. I believe he's a 4-time Truck Series champion. This is Ron Hornaday on a couple photos. This one does not want to stand up, but this one will. So I did purchase an autograph of his several years ago to add him to the collection, and then he's been signing pretty consistently over the past year or so. So I got these photos printed off and sent off to him, and he signed them really nicely. It's kind of tough to get like good looking photos from the mid to early 2000s for NASCAR. There's just not very many available online that are good quality, but thankfully I was able to find a couple and get those signed. Next is a 1 of 1 return from former golfer Dillard Pruett, adding to the Golf Pro set that I've been working on for several years. I need to go through and reorganize that one. But very happy to add that to the collection. There's a few other names that I sent out to recently and a few more that I've seen pop up that I'm going to send out to here soon. So hopefully we can kind of get the train rolling on that a little bit again. Next one's a pretty unique return. This is coming from a fellow YouTuber who is also a comedian, an actor, if you want to put it that way. He does like little skits and little series on YouTube. He hosts a podcast, and he's a former teacher. So, I mean, this guy has done a lot. He's one of the hardest working people on YouTube. Some of you may know of him. This is a 2 of 2 return from Tom Grassi, host of Patcast here on YouTube. And like I said, he does a couple skits and series and everything. So that's where like this character Wildflower comes from, renaming for the Washington football team and everything. Just a really funny guy, very fantastic writer, and he pumps out content every single day. So during the season, he does, streams during games, a play-by-play. He'll do reviews, he'll do previews, he'll talk about big news. He's a big Packers fan, as you can tell by the jersey there. So, anything that involves the Packers, he will have a video up, within like an hour of anything breaking. So, just a super hard-working guy. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. Lastly, we got 2 hockey returns. First one here is a 3 of 3 return from Minnesota Wild captain Jared Spurgeon. So signed all of these cards. Unfortunately, the top left corner got dinged on these last 2 cards here. But you can't see it that well on that one, which is probably a good thing. But took a little over a year, a little less than a year, something like that. Sent it during last December. So really, really glad to get those back. So it seems like hockey season really about to start ramping up. Preseason should be over here in about 2 weeks, is I think what I heard. Felt like it would have been sooner than that, but I could be wrong. But very glad to get those. Last one is from a retired hockey player. I believe he is still involved in the league. I want to say he is in the Florida Panthers front office. But this is a 2 of 2 return from Brian Mccabe. I always love adding former Maple Leafs players, especially around this era. It reminds me of the video games that I used to play growing up. NHL Hits 2002, NHL 2K6, NHL 11. It's a pretty wide span of years and whatnot. But really like the early to mid 2000s Leafs. Even though I didn't really watch hockey, I remember a lot of those names. So anytime I can add a player from that era to my autograph collection, it just means that much more. So guys like Brian Mccabe here, Ty Domi, Tomasz Kaberle, Matt Sundin, Alexei Ponikarovsky, Ed Belfour, Owen Nolan, just a whole bunch of different players that I really liked growing up. So glad to add another one to the collection. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. Best of luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.